Boom! World Wide Web, Internet land, TV land, wherever you're watching it, YouTube, on your iPhone, your PSPs, what have you.
Yeah, anything.
Welcome to Sports Reels and the Sports Songs. Jude Campbell.
Skeeto.
Right, and we here talking about the Euros. We reached the final 8. It's final 8, right? Quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Jude, what do you think so far? What do you think so far after watching the group stages? Each team playing 3 games and, you know.
Well, boy, I'll be honest with you. Everybody talking about the quality of this competition. Everybody find it going so good. But when I say everybody, the media. If you watch the US media, ESPN, even Fox Sports.
You mean the retirees?
Well, no, I mean even apart from them, even when news agencies are covering the competition, everybody's talking about the quality of the tournament.
Yeah.
I not seen it.
Wait.
Honestly, I not seen it. A lot of them games were just lifeless. Lifeless. They were. I mean, the England-France game, for example. Even the Denmark-Portugal game, there were goals, but it seems as if the goals just came from nowhere. It came from nowhere. It's like the game was dull, boring, and falling asleep, and then a goal wakes you up. You know, the goals just coming out of nowhere, no quality build up, just a fluke. You know what I mean?
You know, some people would use the excuse of most of the players coming from club duty and to get time to chill with the team is problematic. But you have a point there, and one thing remains is that you're professional. They get paid to play for the national countries. Money running.
Depending on the federation they play for, they may not be getting paid. But there's not the African. There's not the African Nations Cups or the CONCACAF.
This is not true.
So they probably actually do get paid. But I mean, in comparison to what they earn for the clubs, it really isn't. It doesn't compare. But I think you're onto something there, because I definitely think there's a lack of passion. It seems as if a lot of these games just being played out and no one cares who wins. I was expecting a lot more from Poland in terms of being at home. Ukraine did it. Ukraine, especially in the first game, Ukraine played with that die hard. They chased that game as if, you know. And even the final game they played, who they played?
England. Ukraine played
England, yes, in the final game, and Shevchenko looked like he wanted to cry when they didn't qualify. You know what I mean? He looked like it hurt him. You know what I mean? But a lot of the other teams just look like they're playing out this tournament. Cristiano Ronaldo, though, he playing like he has something to prove.
Well, yeah, because you know he was talking cheesy the other day. He was saying that you know when the crowd was chanting Messi. They asked him, what do you think about it? What do you think about all these chants? And he was like, well, ask Lionel Messi what he was doing last year in front of his home team, his home.
Well, he didn't say ask him. He said he asked whoever asked him, the reporter. He said do you remember what he was doing last year? That was worse. Was it not? And well, my thing, I think that was a sign that, you know, he taken this thing. He told in because.
But I would have thought too. You know, I would have thought.
But don't told on Messi, told on the fans.
Well, it's not really on. All right, and that's the thing. Think about it. You play 90 minutes, right? And you play your heart out. You score a goal, right? But the commentator oh gosh.
No, he didn't score a goal. He didn't score in that game.
Right.
In fact, and that's why, because I'm sure what the reporter was going to allude to afterwards was, did those chants put you off the game?
And that's the thing. Alright. He's a professional one. What does that have to do? Why you want to ask a question about Lionel Messi, who's not in the competition?
No, he's not asking about Lionel Messi.
I know.
He's asking about the fans chanting. I know,
but the reporter has a responsibility also to think, well, hey, this might be a ticklish.
But I mean, there are so many ways he could have responded to that. I had this argument with another partner of mine, and I was like, he could have simply said, listen, I don't know why the fans chant his name. That has nothing to do with me. If it put me off, no. I come here to play my game. The fans don't affect me. And as for whether or not Messi would have been doing any better, that's not my concern. I'm not concerned with what Messi, because him saying what was Messi doing last year shows he taught him. You know, it shows to me. It shows that he marking Messi then.
All right, yes,
he marking Messi.
Well, he must mark Messi because
I mean, yeah, but you don't let people know that.
No. But not in that instance, you know. But the main thing is, you wouldn't ask Messi that.
Because people wouldn't chant Ronaldo's name when Messi's playing.
Right, but right. But the thing is, still, why ask the man that? You know, come from sweat. That come like somebody asking you, you're not coming from work, whatever. So why you cuss up the boss today? But that had nothing to do with you. That's between me and my boss.
Honestly, I think where the question came from was because of his poor performance in the game. I'm sure what they were trying to allude to was the fact that these things are done to put you off. Did that have an effect on how he played the game? Because he threw away 2 sitters in the game.
But that's not a question I asked also. Here why I say that, because what do you expect him to say? Yes, it had an effect on me.
Well, yeah, but a lot of the questions asked in those press conferences are rhetorical. We already know what they're gonna say, but you ask them anyway, so that's no different. Provocative, right? Also, and that's why he's been trained, and they would have communication staff, and all the coach, all the players would have been trained on how to deal with tough questions in press conferences. He could have deflected that, he could have said I have no comment. He could have said, listen, that had nothing to do with me. I don't listen to the fans. I don't hear those things. I out there to play my game. True. That would have given me a measure of respect for him.
Well, to get us, they probably lost in translation with it.
Anyway, as we move on from there, and I have to talk about the Dutch.
Yeah.
What you feel went on there, man?
Boy, no. Some people would say, you said they were locker room issues and whatnot, but besides
that's the rumor. They were locker room issues.
But I watched this Dutch team right before the Euros, right?
Yeah.
And I watched the same Dutch team play in 2000. In the year 2000 when they were hosting the the tournament. The Euros. The Dutch hosted the Euros in the year 2000, right? That team with that home support, respect to Frank de Boer and Ronald de Boer and those fellas, but they're nowhere near this team. To me personally, in terms of like the midfield, let's talk about the midfield alone. And I don't know, sometimes it just don't click. But I would maintain that the one striker, the formation in football should be abolished, like done. That makes sense.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and but I still feel as if it was not X and O's of a formation or tactical issue with Holland.
Okay.
Because that same one striker formation scored 6 again. Well, it was Northern Ireland, but they scored. They look fluent. They looked very fluent in the game. And in these games, they looked very disjointed. They didn't even look like if the opposition was taking them out of their swag. They never had swag to begin with.
True.
So that leads me to believe that there was something that took the air out of the sails before this tournament started. And there's talk about Van Marwijk starting Van Bommel and other players in the clip thinking that Van Bommel doesn't really deserve a starting.
Yeah.
And the way he played, kind of. I mean, not many of them did well, but Van Bommel was he was the worst amongst the very bad.
Yeah. I would say, but it was bad. I mean, even though he's a rookie, is Willems. Yeah,
but he was left all alone. He was never given any protection. He was out of position very often. That you could only blame on him. But him constantly having to go one-on-one against the wingers and Ronaldo. And you understand what I'm saying? That's not his fault. In the game against Portugal, where was De Jong? De Jong wasn't breaking up anything. Anything. And in the games before, the combination of De Jong and Van Bommel weren't taking out anything either.
Now, I wouldn't say De Jong. I mean, I'm not a De Jong fan, especially with that stamp in the Spain final. I mean, I'm not a Spain fan, but at the same time, right is right. You don't put your pegs up. You don't try your kung fu moves on the field in front of millions of people.
Right.
However, in this tournament, before the tournament, during the tournament, De Jong showed something more. He actually is like he was trying out for Mancini there. To actually say, well, hey, give me a start now, please. This season coming up, give me a start now. He was running. Like when they left him alone, when they took out that a couple of games, they took out Bam Bam, right? In the leading up to the Euros, and at least I think it was the Germany game when they were down 2-0.
When they were down, yeah. When they
say, well, alright, this is not working.
So they took him on about Van der Vaart.
Van der Vaart,
yeah.
Right? But De Jong was hustling. But you made this point before with Heitinga and
Matthijssen.
the other guy, Matthijssen. And
I mean they brought unfortunately I would admit that I was calling for Vlaar. Vlaar played in the first game. I found he played well.
Yeah.
Matthijssen came in the second game. They brought Vlaar back in the third one, and he didn't really make a difference. Maybe, as I say, it just seems to me like it was a case of men just not putting out the effort, but like just weren't interested. Like everybody, you know that point in time when that team spirit breaks and everybody just turns into the blame game, and everybody just trying to say, well, I did the best I could. I don't know. This guy wasn't doing his work, and that man wasn't doing his work. That I feel is what happened with the Dutch, and even when they went out with a whimper against Portugal, just the attitudes of the what I saw with those players leaving the field, nobody looked remorseful.
True.
Everybody looked like they were going back in the locker room to pick up their stuff and not talk to anybody and jump, and go and put on their headphones and go and party. You understand what I'm saying? Just forget it. Not my fault.
Yeah.
It's that man. He was the hung. Is he doing? You understand what I'm saying? Now, let me get something straight, right? Your boy, Van Persie. Van Persie, though. All the man do is score goals this season in England. They thought you might as well change his name to Goal. You understand what I'm saying?
Van Goal.
Van Goal. But all of a sudden, again in the warm-ups, in the friendlies, busting up the net, come to the Euros and get gun shy. All of a sudden,
that was up when you think about your contract too much. But the main thing, my grievance with Van Persie is, yes, he probably had some chances and whatnot, but I still am not with the one striker formation. Like, alright, he scored a lot of goals in the season, right? Now, Huntelaar was, meanwhile, for the qualifiers, Huntelaar was the star.
Yes.
I can't remember this. Oh God, forgive my sports stars fans, but can't remember
the stats.
Yeah.
We scored. He was the top scorer for the side in
Schalke in Bundesliga.
No, I mean, in Bundesliga he scored 38 goals in 37 appearances.
And for Holland.
He was the top. I don't know the number of goals, but he was the top goal scorer for them during the qualifiers.
Dog, you put that in the credits, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
But really and truly, Chad, I mean, the man had sitters, yes, but it's not to say it's like 5. It's not him alone. But
it's not just one game. That's the thing that upset me. You could be off. You could be gun shy in one game. But he scored one in the game against Germany. But he scored probably the toughest
goal
of all of the opportunities he had. He scored that one. It seems to me as if he was, as I said before, gun shy. So. What's going on with you? It's a big tournament. Your country needs
it, and I know your family need it because you wanna coin the money. You wanna.
Because now all of a sudden his stock dropped. his stock dropped. So he just dropped probably I would say maybe £25,000 a week off of the salary he could have gotten had he bust up the net in the Euros.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, but personally, he was isolated, right? I don't like that boy. That one, the one striker role. You would see it there. You would see it with Arsenal game out, but it still all look good.
All right,
go ahead.
We offer the Dutch now, right? We done Lambaste them.
Who we on Zlatan now?
Well, you say you want to know. I don't know why you want to talk about Zlatan, because to me Zlatan are really important. But he scored a big goal. But
no, there are fans out there who believe that Zlatan is important.
No, he's a big. No, don't get me wrong. He's a big player, right? But in context of the Euros, What are we talking about Zlatan for? He scored a scissors kick.
No, but he didn't just score a scissors kick. He scored what people think is
the
right now is the goal of the tournament. And the squad why he always scores when it
doesn't matter?
It don't matter, yeah.
He scored in the first game though, to his credit. He scored against Ukraine. He scored the first goal and then Shevers come and took over the game after. Well, he scored the 2 goals to take Ukraine show. And honestly, I think Zlatan was instrumental in the Sweden game. He didn't score himself, but he played well. He was Sweden's best player on the day. But again, I don't really know why we talk about Zlatan at this point in time. You know, Sweden going home. I don't know.
No, here the next thing. Now we're talking about not just Sweden. We're talking about upsets, right? This is why Sweden would come up in my mind. I mean, when France needed to top the group, they couldn't pass Sweden to do it.
Okay, because France are not good, but we'll get to that after. Yeah. Because France not that good, but we get to that to some other time, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, you think they will have any more upsets coming up because we're looking at Germany versus Greece. No,
that could be a slippery.
That could be a banana
skin. That could be a banana skin for Germany, I think. Honestly, if Greece players, if they defend as stoutly as they did during the group stages. Because Germany is another team that hasn't impressed me. None of the teams really have. None of the big squads really have. Spain and all hasn't really impressed me. None of them have played football that I think is unbeatable. Right?
True.
So if Germany isn't up for it on the day and Greece really come out to say, listen, you're not scoring on me, I don't see why they can upset the Germans. Not saying it would. I wouldn't put my money, I wouldn't put my house on it or nothing, but I'm just saying it could be a banana skin for Germany.
But in 04 it happened then. Greece was like Greece, like
no, but they're a little bit more exciting this time. I think they're not as pragmatic as they would. They defend. They're still very defensive, but going forward, I would say they probably were a little bit better than.
Tom, I'm playing for Celtic. Oh, you playing for Celtic still or Rangers now? One of them side that do.
I don't watch Scottish football, so let me know what I'm But no, not just Samaras, Carol Eunice. And the guy that scored the goal in the last game against
Metropolis, Cephalopolis,
something of that nature. They're not. The point is, Keita, they're not playing that badly. Let me be precise with my grammar. They're not playing that badly, right? One last thing before we go to a break. England, you say again. This is his request, Sports Dogs fans. He wants to talk about England. I don't know why.
Watchman. I mean, another fan of the collective football when it comes to our national team. But it shows you. No, had the Italians been playing the way that they've been playing, and Italians doing that for years.
Right, true.
Maldini and six others. Pasting the 18-yard box and from the semicircle to the 18-yard box is 6 men. There's 6 defenders. Sorry, not 6 men, 6 defenders.
Right. But England playing 10 though. That's no, but the thing is though, I think the main problem isn't necessarily the fact that England has adopted a defensive posture. At least that's not my problem. I don't know if that's everybody else's problem. But my problem is that I don't see them break into on the counter attack very well. And I always say to myself, football is a game of defense and attack. I don't mind that you have a very organized and sturdy way to defend, but you have to have a way to go forward and score goals. It seems as if England is just happening to score goals as opposed to it being from build up. Be it a quick counter attack or a knock up front. I don't know, but it just seems like they. No. I wouldn't say that. I would say that in certain games. See, like the France game especially, that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. But the game against Sweden, right? Where the goals came from?
The goals came from club connections.
All right, if one free kick that these guys should have defended because he took it twice. Right.
Yeah.
That I don't know how you could get beaten by that when the man took the free kick just 10 seconds ago, but that's one. The Walcott goal that came from nothing, the ball just bobbled out, he swing his foot and he scored. And then, the Welbeck goal came from a result of a build-up. I believe somebody came from the wing and swing it. That was Walcott again. He just taking up the ball just above the box and just zorsing past some defenders and that was it. But that was it.
Yes, because you're looking at a manager who is afraid to lose badly.
I don't blame him.
And afraid to lose his job. When you know it.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Right. And it's like, yes, I don't blame him. And a lot of people will say, well, why they do, try something in terms of a build-up, but I hate to say it, but they don't have the resources to have that build-up.
Well, let me get it straight, and we'll be able to go to a break.
Yeah.
But one thing I would say is that I don't blame England for playing the way they're playing. I honestly, if they feel as if that's the best they could do with the resources that they have, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
But they're not playing good. I just want it to be known
that they're not playing
that
good.
They're not playing good. Forget that. They're not playing good. But anyway, we're going to a little break. When you come back, what are we talking about? The game today?
Yeah. Portugal,
Czech Republic.
We can talk about that now and done.
Now we're going to do it. Come back from the break. I mean, it will only take 2 seconds.
Portugal versus who? Czech Republic. Respect the Czech Republic and oh God. But
Sports Reel. We'll be back in a moment. Take care.
Yeah, I got to my head right.